Welcome to my channel. My name is Angela, and today I'm just going to do a recap of what I've talked about for the last few weeks. And before we start that, I want to read my disclaimers. Please remember to call 911 or reach out to the domestic hotline at 800-799-SAFE, 800-799-7233. And for mental health resources, reach out to NAMI at 800-950-NAMI, 800-950-6264. And you can also text NAMI at 741741. Please remember to like my video, subscribe, and share. So I did take a few notes and a few topics that I wanted to talk about to close out this session of the physical abuse. The first thing I want to talk about is control. So he's losing control. The restraining order is not enough. So I would suggest that you start the court procedures. Make sure that you report everything that he's doing. Call the police every time he's around. Make sure that it's being documented. Go to court to have him arrested, or whatever it could be where they'll put him on probation. It depends on the severity of the case. So, but my suggestion is to put paperwork in his life. Once you do that, that'll tie him up with the courts. But also remember not to be around him by yourself. He has nothing to lose, so don't put yourself in a vulnerable situation to where it's just you and him, because when a person has lost that control, they go out to the deep end. So make sure that you're not by yourself around him. Have a safety system in place because he's defeated. And the safety system could simply meaning that you call someone 2 or 3 times a day just to make sure you're doing almost what they would call a welfare check. Make sure that you have your home protected, that he's not able to come around. And if you have children, make sure that you have something in place where he can pick them up and drop them off. Make sure that you're out of his eyesight as much as possible. And now, because all of that is taking place, you may still have some doubt. That's okay. But remember that strength comes from within. So all these doubts that you have about if you're doing the right thing, if this is ever going to be over, it's going to be over. You just need to know that you're not weak. Don't be ashamed. Keep your head up and know that you have a story to tell. Make sure that you're not ashamed to tell your story. Don't let the doubt make you want to go back so this can end. Going back is not an option. Keep that in mind. Going back is definitely not an option. And, you have a voice. So tell your story. Like I said earlier, tell the story. It may help someone else. You'll be surprised that some people are still going through the abuse. Some people don't know how to get out. Some people are just too afraid. But sharing your story, talking about the situation, making this be known is a way of killing the abuse. It's going to stop it. It's going to make him leave you alone. So make sure that don't be quiet. Speak up about it. Speak up as much as you can and as often as you can. And then also, with all of that being said, you still need to heal. So your soul needs to be healed. And a few tips that helps you to be healed from this. I'm sorry, hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. But a few tips that I use that help. And even though these things may not work for everybody, but they did work for me. My mother, when I was younger, taught all of her children the 23rd Psalms. And it was something that we repeated all the time. And I'm just going to tell you a short story. When I was a child, myself and my cousin, we were coming home from school. And we walked past this guy, or these guys, they had these real big Dobermans. And we walked past them, and they of course asked us to come over, and we didn't. We just kept, walking as if we didn't hear them. Next thing I know, they turned the dogs loose on us, so they started running after us, and we were running as fast as we could. I remember it felt like they were right on me. You could hear the guys in the background laughing, but what I started to do was recite the 23rd Psalms. And as scared as I was, I remembered to say that, because to me, that was the most scariest I've been as a child. So while I was running, I started to recite that in my head, and the guys called the dogs back. So they did that just to be mean and spiteful. But anyway, I want to read to you the 23rd Psalms because it helped me a lot, and I still read it to this day, and I say it whenever I'm feeling weak. The first part, it says, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. And I want to stop there. So this is just a prayer asking God to restore your soul. For all the things that you've been through, all the abuse, all the pain, ask God to restore your soul. So I'm going to continue. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I'm going to stop here again. Surely goodness and mercy did follow me that day, and has continued to follow me throughout my life. So like I said, I'm not trying to push religion down your throat or anything of that nature. I'm just telling you some of the things that I did that helped me to get through the abuse that I went through in my relationship. And so I'm going to finish the rest of it. It says, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me, and all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So that prayer to me is very powerful. It's very strong, and it helps. When you say it and you believe it, it helps. So also, I just also wanted to share a song. I love music, and that was one of the other things that helped me get through. This song, again, wasn't written when I was going through my abuse, but it's perfect for now. And it's by Donald Lawrence and Leandra. It's called Deliver Me. So I'm going to link that below. But I also want you to, here's another chant or mantra that I have. When you feel that things are just tearing you down, and your soul is just so destroyed, and you feel like you can't go on anymore, say this, because this is what's in the song, and it really is very powerful. And I need you to just remember to say this. If you can't remember the 23rd Psalm, say this: Lord, deliver me, because all I seem to do is hurt me. And say that and understand what you're saying. You're asking God to put you in a place where you're not overthinking the situation about being in this relationship. You're trying to get out, and you need to get out of your way. And in order to get out of your way, you need to give it to a higher power. Keep in mind, you still have to be proactive in doing all of this to be out of this relationship. Like I mentioned earlier, go through the courts, make sure that you're getting the police involved and all that. All those things. Make sure that's something that you're doing. You just can't sit around and take no actions. But while you are doing all those things and you are sitting around and you seem like you feel defeated, just remember, say this as much as you need to. Lord, deliver me, because all I seem to do is hurt me. So you're asking God to deliver you from all of this, the way you think, the self-doubt that you have, the loneliness and everything. So once you ask him to deliver you, you need to get out of the way. because all you keep doing when you think about going back to this person or thinking that you have made a mistake, you're just hurting yourself. So I hope this is helping someone. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I will be back later this week with more information. I'm going to start the next segment talking about mental abuse. I'm going to weigh heavily on that, and there won't be too much physical, but to me, mental is just as bad, if not as bad, as the physical abuse. So I will talk to you soon. I hope you enjoyed this segment. And please remember again to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening.